What is up, Watch fam, and welcome to our third episode of Liquor Run. I am Christian from Theo and Harris.
And I'm Rolando.
From Theo and Harris. And last week we did a little episode about, what was it, in Albarino, right?
We did Albarino from Spain.
Great white wine to have with seafood.
Great value.
And today we're going to do something else, but before we do, one, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It means one hell of a lot. It helps us continue going and hustling through all this content. And second, after this video, check out last week's, because although this is red and we love it, there's a white from last week that was really tremendous that we really think you guys should check out.
Don't forget the white.
Now let's get into the show. Wristwatch check.
Wristwatch check.
So what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a 1992 Tiffany Atlas watch in sterling silver.
Yep.
Interesting little story about this. This is my engagement gift.
That's what Mom gave you.
This is what Mom gave you.
gave you.
Gave me.
So I think it's beautiful. I mean, I love that you can wear a dress watch and appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a lovely watch. You know, I love wearing the chronographs. You know, in their bulkier watches. They look good, but there's nothing. I have a great sentimentality for a gentleman's dress watch.
100%. I am wearing, actually in a very similar theme, I'm wearing a dress watch from Jaeger LeCoultre with cool little diamond chips in there. It's totally isolating in design. Most people would probably hate it. I happen to love the white gold case and the dial. I think it's totally magnificent, and like you, love dress watches. So that's it. Now that the wristwatch check is over, let's actually jump into this week's liquor run. So some wine. What do we got?
All right, so before I tell you what we're drinking, so 2 weeks ago we talked about value in Chianti, right? Last week we talked about value in northern Spain. This week we're gonna keep you in the Iberian Peninsula, but we're taking you to Portugal. Incredible stuff.
What did you shell out?
$8. So there's always three components to a wine. There's what it looks like, what it smells like, and what it tastes like.
It's dark.
Okay, so this wine, it's a lot darker than 2 weeks ago. We had the Chianti, which is clear, lovely color, very fresh, very clear. It's got a nice clear rim.
Okay.
This is a very
what is clear? Is it clear as opposed to what?
A brown, like a more of a tawny color.
And then what does that mean?
Okay, age. In a good sense, bad if we're talking about oxidized wine, if it's brown. Okay. This is lovely, ruby. It's
good to see.
Okay, now let's smell it. A lot of dark berry, plum. I smell blackberry, even like a little like leather, believe it or not. Let's actually just give it a little whirl here. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, and now let's taste it.
Wow, it's funny. It's dry in the beginning, but yeah, it's really not that
beautiful.
It's not what I expected. Put it that way.
It's got good acidity. Okay, so it definitely, there's a nice little grip here. There's great fruit. Okay, there's serious.
What are you getting in the fruit?
Berry, dark cherry. Blackberry, even plum. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of that on this wine. But you know what really comes out is the freshness of this wine. This is 2014. Okay.
Tasting it. Yeah, I know exactly what what we're going to go into in food in a second.
Yeah.
I mean, it's perfect for what?
We all come from different cultures, and look, I'm Spanish. Obviously, for me, roasted pork is the one thing that comes to mind. Specifically, pernil. Okay, a nice roasted leg of pork with good assertive seasoning and arroz con gandules. So to all my Spanish peeps out there, you know what I'm talking about. This wine will go great.
It would kill it. It would honestly. It's perfect.
Obviously, Portuguese food, it would be great. You know, roasted goat and things like that. But
I know, but
how many people are really eating goat?
But to me,
roasted chicken on the grill, steak. It has enough grip to hold up to a charred steak.
Even if you're not going to cook a roasted chicken or going to cook a steak at home, a BYOB, right? If you're going to a Portuguese restaurant locally or whatever it is, I know there are a lot by us. This is a terrific wine to bring and have them make the food. You know what I mean? Have them take control of the chicken and everything like that. But this is a terrific wine at $8 to bring to a restaurant and not break the bank with your family.
This wine comes from the Dow region in Portugal. Dow resides in central Portugal, just below the Douro region. And what's unique about that area is that the grapes that are grown for most of these wines, specifically this wine, they range anywhere from between 200 to 500 meters in altitude. That's important because the three mountain ranges that surround Dow protect the vineyards from the dramatic shifts in temperature from the Atlantic Ocean. You get rain during the winter time, but you also get a very long, hot summer right into the harvest season. So these grapes really ripen beautifully, both the red as well as the white grapes. The wine is comprised of 3 grapes. It's a blend of Touriga Nacional, Alfrocheda, and Tinta Roriz, which across the border in Spain is also known as the very noble Tempranillo grape. Touriga Nacional being like the prize, okay? It's a very low yielding grape, very small grape. You really have to trim the vines.
Care and attention.
A lot of care and attention for very low yield.
That gets in the romantic part of wine, where it really becomes this idea of, you know, how much effort it takes to get, you know, back this product. It can't necessarily be this total corporation mass produced. Of course it is, but there need to be people.
The critical moment for Portuguese wine was 1986, okay? And that's when Portugal became part of the EU. Up to that point, Portugal was basically forcing a lot of the winemakers to sell their wines to these cooperative companies. So basically they were living on bulk wine. Everyone's selling their juice or their grapes. Really nondescript wine. Fast forward to today, now these wineries are taking pride in their wine. And you're getting little boutique wineries.
And that's where the value comes in these little passionate little, you know, mom and pop shops or whatever it may be. And it may be 50 employees, but it's still a mom and pop. You know, there's soul there. And in any industry, whether it's watches or wine or cars or anything, painting, that passion in the small businesses, you know, the product, you know, embodies that. So I just think it really is amazing that these, you know, this grape in particular is so delicate, or it's so low yielding. It requires so much attention and hand labor, right? That to me is just super cool.
It's like an artisanal watch, right? A boutique watch.
Absolutely. Okay. It really requires people, little Swiss, you know, old men, young men, whomever they are, that are passionate about what they're doing. That are putting it together.
Absolutely.
Right? Isn't that beautiful?
I think this wine represents.
This is basically that.
Yeah.
Let's get to the point.
Let's get to the point.
Watch fam, for $8, okay, for $8, I know we all drink wine. Everyone, you know, you buy more wine than you do watches, you know, most likely. You actually can have a wine that is respectable, that you can enjoy with friends and family, be not ashamed at all, right, of, and honestly have a real great compliment to great food, right, for $8.
So the reason why I do this series is because, you know, I shop for wine a lot, and I hear from a lot of my colleagues and friends, what do I buy? I don't know. Do I just buy Yellowtail? Do I default to what's easiest?
You throw a white flag.
Whatever. Just I've given up. I surrender when I get to the wine shop. And I say, no, you don't surrender. There are a lot of gems out there that just don't have the muscle to speak to you. I'm speaking for them. They don't pay me. I'm not part of the wine establishment. For those of you guys that like a little bit more fruit forwardness, this wine fits the bill. If you like a little grip, this fits the bill. And if you you know, if you want to have a great wine that doesn't cost a lot, this certainly fits the bill. Thank you guys for watching Liquor Run. This means so much to me.
You're right, lifelong dream to talk about wine.
I'm having a ton of fun here every week. And
thank you guys so much. That's
to all my Portuguese friends, obrigado.
Obrigado.